everybody, and welcome back. My name is Bob Cooper. I am the host, and this is the HEXPOL Leadership Series. Now, today on the show, we have a very special guest. He traveled all the way from Kardoes Rubber, a HEXPOL company, which is in southern Alabama, and today we have John Robinson. John, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for coming on the show.
It's an absolute pleasure, Bob. Thank you.
Now, John is going to be talking to us today about crisis leading and what leaders do in terms of crisis and how they manage that. So, John, when we talk about crisis leading and leading in times of crisis, can you tell us exactly what is a crisis moment for a leader?
Yeah, a crisis is a delicate time where a leader's clear vision and effective action takes precedence. A crisis really, truly reveals a person's character.
So when it comes to a crisis and leading through a crisis, how does a leader do that?
Effective leaders can overcome a crisis to put themselves on top and propelling their followers to unite under severe conditions. Ineffective leaders, on the other hand, can break from the pressure of a crisis and allow fear to control decision-making as well as hinder the progress.
So now, John, you mentioned effective leaders can overcome a crisis. So what exactly is an effective leader?
An effective leader is a visible entity of its followers. Leaders are the heart and hands of its people. They stand to absorb the fear and uncertainty of their followers, express optimism, and align their actions with their words. They're also visionary leaders. They tell realities, but express hope to their followers. They spread calmness. Remaining calm in difficult times resonates that same demeanor to the rest of their followers.
So now, can you tell us how effective leaders act?
Leaders have to be decisive, make the tough choices in times of crisis. Be visible, listen to assess the situation, communicate the plan, and trust in your people to persevere. Crisis is usually unknown, and solutions are developed by those who are unknowingly becoming leaders themselves.
So can you provide any examples of effective leadership when there was a crisis time? How did they get through that and how did they manage it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one of the biggest core examples of an effective crisis leader is an example back from 2009. There was Flight 1549, U.S. Air, crisis that was caused by birds flying into the engines. Pilot Sully Sullenberger immediately took control of the plane once the damage by the birds was evidenced. Communicating with traffic control, he considered two airport options and quickly chose his own, landing on the Hudson River. Audio tape reveals Captain Sully's calm demeanor and takeoff until the plane safely water landed. Prior training paid off as all 150 passengers were prepared for impact and deplaned by a trained crew with no deaths.
I love how you mentioned that about the calm demeanor and leading in times of crisis. I think that's one of the key aspects that our viewers can take here today, is that no matter what is happening in your home life, in your business life, at work, it doesn't matter, but being calm is contagious.
That's exactly right.
And as a leader, that calmness can overcome and help control the situation. Now, John, is there anything that you can tell our viewers, and what can they learn from this?
Some of the biggest crisis leadership elements from this incident was prior training prepares us for the surprise. Calm leadership allows for good decisions. Communication turns a crisis into a situation. Roles are clearly defined and executed. Leaders are looked to provide the catalyst for solution while mitigating the damages.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff that we've heard here today. And from John Robinson at Kardoes Rubber, a HEXPOL company, I wanted to say thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it.
And as always, from Robbins LLC and HEXPOL, it is our belief and our culture that you grow your business by growing your people, and this is the HEXPOL Leadership Series.